Love is love.
Okay, and thank you, Ray, for our usual intro. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. So you've just killed Carrie. And Dunica, as I said, will be joining us a small bit later, so we'll just do a recap for him then. So yeah, you're in the upstairs. So where we left it was Carrie had just been flaked, and then Jesus, poor old Jesus, was no more. Maybe he'll come back in 3 days. Who knows? Um, but as Jesus was fighting with Mikey, you were all sort of a bit enthralled with that and looking in through the door. It was just like the time Mikey got killed. Um,
Yeah.
and But he did actually. I think. Well, no, I think if memory serves correct, I think it was it Chewie or Torvi actually dealt the fatal blow, and was it a magic missile or something? Anyway, Jesus exploded in a. Mikey made the comment about the body of Christ all over him, but but as as the dust of Jesus settles on the floor and Mikey, you turn around and you notice that Chewie hadn't been looking too well, and Chewie collapses to the ground. This dog's day is done, and Chewie starts letting out a whimper, and is in quite pain and is collapsed. Yeah.
Oh, is he dead?
No,
Carrie's dead.
Carrie's dead, but Chewie seems to be fading.
Hmm.
Okay. Toby would have to be cradling the dog at this stage. Chewy,
Yeah.
Chewy,
Yeah.
don't leave us,
I'm
don't
trying to
leave.
think, is there anything to
Yeah.
do?
Where's my card sheet? Sorry.
Yeah,
So-
I don't really have.
Yeah.
I think I have a special potion.
Yeah.
I have a potion, but I'm wondering.
Chewie's not conscious.
Jim is thinking, is this like
Mm.
if she cursed her sister or something? Like now is,
Being
is
gone.
it something? Because obviously
Yeah.
the time, she wasn't immortal or anything like
Yeah.
Olaf or so she fading now. Jim's thinking, is there anything he can do magically to kind of useless? He's thinking.
It's anything we should do. Maybe Chewy's time is done. Carrie is dead. She's the fucking devil that put her in this position. Maybe that's it. Job done. Time to go to a better place.
Yeah, well, how sentimental Ray there. Yeah,
Moving
dog's
on
dead. Yeah,
quick.
and Ray goes, yeah, I remember. I think there was a shovel out the in the back of the kitchen there. We can start digging a hole. So as you do that, Chewie sort of starts fading away and getting smaller and vanishing, and Chewie's there. And as Chewie literally fades away, both in health but also in solidity, and as Chewie fades away, something else starts taking its place, and you now have this unconscious woman on the floor, who I'll pop up there.
Who talking?
Yeah. So this
Yeah, that's
is,
good actually.
except she's lying on the floor, unconscious. So
She's lovely.
yeah,
Savage. Yeah.
yeah, she's a bit dangerous. Though,
Jim
I'd say,
really
so-
wishes he didn't look like a Scottish hobo
yeah.
right now.
Jim was thinking maybe I should have kept those.
A dog has seen him do.
Swear,
The swear
crows.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So
When
yeah.
nobody things he did when he thought only a dog was looking.
Yeah. So she's so this body's now on the floor.
Is she conscious?
I don't know. You'll have to do a medicine check there and see. We'll see what.
Right, Torby is doing medicine. Because she was with Chewy when when she turned, yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing this in
Which way are we
D&D.
going?
Do you see that?
Was that 14?
Yeah, I'm doing Torby on in Beyond.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So 14. Yeah. So yeah, she's you do notice she's breathing. It's a shallow breath, but she's not dead as such.
Okay,
What's about her? Is she wearing that in particular, like, of interest, like like necklace or sort of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, she has a collar. Not a collar, she's a chain. Very reminiscent of the dog's collar with a K on it.
Oh, okay.
What's her name again?
Carrie's sister was called Kirkwood, which
Kirkwood,
is
is it?
Kirkwood, yeah, which I think is Scandinavian for church.
Okay, well, Torby is Kirkwood. Is that you?
And
Giving her a bit of a gentle shake,
gentle shake, yeah.
And slaps.
Yeah, yeah. No, she's not responsive to a gentle shake.
Get some of my smelling salts and just crack more up.
Is what?
You have
Yeah.
smelling salts?
What?
No, it was like a flavor thing. I don't actually have it.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure. Yeah, if Tyke had him for we were saying when he rages, if he
Yeah.
he gets. What's your ruling, Phil, on not we could sort of administer a potion?
No, she won't be able to certainly won't be able to
You
pour
can already pour it.
You'll choke her.
Yeah, because you probably drown on it. Yeah.
yeah. And she drowns. You kill Kerry's sister. Yeah, no, sorry, not a potion is the one.
Yeah.
Would you want to stabilize her, or like is she?
She's not making death saves. No, she's just unconscious.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh shit! I wrote the wrong thing there. Sorry.
Okay, see how we have like ration kit with her. We can maybe pour some water into her gob a bit.
Again, pouring water down her throat. Well, you can try and see, does it kill her or does it bring her through?
I'm struggling to find my inventory.
Okay, your inventory is should be a tab. There should be a thing on it. Let me just call up your one there.
Probably under equipment.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. Because the question is, do we just kind of wait around for her to regain consciousness, or do we try and bring her with us?
Put that under our nose and put a few splashes into our mouth of the whiskey. See if she coughs her guts up.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what you're doing, are you?
Yeah. Well, I do have a bottle of whiskey in my pocket.
Yeah, you do. Okay. No, it doesn't do anything for you. Or she doesn't.
Okay.
Just dribbles out her mouth. Side of her mouth.
Can I investigate that necklace closer, maybe?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I do investigation check. Is it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
A -1, and that is 8. So it's a necklace.
Yeah, it's a necklace with the letter K on it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we take, or before he does it now, Jim is going to ask it everyone. It's like, do we want to get out of here right away, or take a little bit of time? Like I kind of want to do a bit of detect magic and see if, or maybe she's still cursed, or she might not just be knocked out. Maybe we've got a sleeping beauty situation on our hands.
Yeah, definitely. So we still need to get the watch. So there's no rush to leave here just yet. So let's take our time. We didn't really.
I could do with a breather. Could do with an old short rest.
Yeah.
I carry her over to the bed or something. One of the beds there, so at least she's not just prone on the ground.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I'll just get rid of.
Can we do a strength check for that, or?
No. I mean, like, she's not. I mean, she's a shield maiden, but I mean, there's a couple of yous there. There's no problem, like. With that. So I'm just gonna pull it back up I'm just gonna get the house back there for you.
Can we maybe search her person for some clue? Does she have pockets or a satchel or anything like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You do.
Maybe we get Torvi to do that in case she wakes up.
Yeah.
Creepy otherwise.
Yeah.
A bit creepy. Jim looks a little bit. Yeah.
So, you do that. Torvi takes it. There's some bits of parchment or whatever was the 794 they used to use to write on it, and Torvi recognizes the script on it as very, very old Norse. But she can't really shed any light on it. It's just whether it be it could be a shopping list, or it could be a spell, or it could be something. But there's nothing. But it is old, which sort of would equate to the fact that there's not. There is also 20. So yeah, as she roots for her, she notices a there's a piece of paper which is not written in the old Norse script, and it seems to be an address, and it's written. It seems to be torn out of a book or something, and it seems to be the address of Massey's Meats and Massey Brothers.
Oh,
Okay.
Which for
Where we
Mikey's
found her.
for Mikey's benefit, that was Chewy was
Oh,
there was
where
two
Mikey,
other
yeah.
dogs. There was two other dogs there with Chewy when you went to Massey's to find out where the black pig lived, because he was selling pigs to Massey Brothers. They run a funeral home and a butcher's, and beside each other, and that's where you found Chewy. So there appears to be an address that she's had in her pocket. So whatever reason she had that address for there, you don't know, but it's Massey's.
Okay.
and boy, the dress of this person. Can we put any sort of date on it by what she's wearing? Like,
Okay,
are
so-
we thinking from that time, or from any other particular time?
She's there is bits of her, like she's, remember the last time you saw them when they were they were doing their occultist thing in 794 when they were opening the portal. They were wearing sort of robes and they were in very sort of like druidic sort of costumes. She's certainly not wearing that. She's wearing something which seems to have been hobbled together out of different bits and pieces. And it's sort of what you had seen in the 1800s and that sort of. So I'm not up on the fashion sense of what they were wearing. So it's sort of like a bit of a
She was trying to blend in.
Yeah,
kind of.
You recognize the dress from your two stints in the 1800s, because you spent essentially 2 weeks there. So it's sort of like what you were seeing around between 1860 and 1890.
Has she any weapons around her?
Yeah, she does. She seems to have, when she sort of formed, she seems to have with a sword, like there's a stuff strapped to her. Like it's a bit more like the picture. So if you can take it out, she has that type of a sword, and she has a dagger hanging off her as well. Jim, have you been preparing your ritual on your good and evil? Is that what you've been doing for the last 10 minutes or so?
He's essentially, because he doesn't have like good and evil, but he's just doing detect magic just to see if she's if there's currently like still a spell.
You're not doing it.
No,
as
she's
a
under the
spell
effect of
slot,
something.
You're not doing it.
He's doing his ritual. So
okay. So as you're doing,
it'll take 10 minutes in case anything happens.
Yeah,
in 10 minutes, I don't know.
So it passes fairly, like benignly. You are detecting. Sorry, that detects in a range of around 30 feet. Is it? It's not, or is it just
30 feet? Yeah. So it'll.
So you can sense.
It's 30 feet, and then it'll tell you in each. Like whatever thing it picks up, it'll tell you roughly evocation, enchantment. So the school. Whatever.
You're detecting something coming. You're detecting something coming from the room where the box was. That you remember you were touching earlier, and you got a faint sense. There's a much more stronger sense of enchantment magic coming from there. Not particularly good. It's more of a residue though. It's nothing that. It's like a lingering aftertaste of magic. But from Carrie herself, you are detecting overwhelmingly good type of neutrally or lawful good type of magic.
So that she seems like she's maybe under the effect of a spell, or it seems.
It's to be
her own being.
Yeah, her own.
Yeah. Well, I think Jim kind of said, look, I don't think she's whatever Carrie did to her. I don't think it's she's still under that effect, so probably just wiped out.
Yeah, you do notice on sort of closer inspection, her eyelids are sort of like they're like sort of REM sleep
fluttering.
Type thing, fluttering. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's probably just taking a toll.
Yeah.
So
want to wait an hour here.
So just to briefly recap, you found some sort of Nordic old stuff. You can't totally recognizes, but she said it's just so old she can't really make it out. And you find then written in the language of the time, which the address for the Masseys where you found her.
What time is
sorry,
it?
Phil.
Yeah. What time is it?
What
What time is it? It is Saturday, and I think it's you got there. If memory serves correct, I don't think we specified the time, so I think it was an early noonish. Because yeah, the kids were out and about. Wasn't late. You've probably wasted about wasted, but you've probably an hour maximum has gone. So we'd say it's probably around 1 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon.
Would we have time for a short rest while
Say
she's
shower. I was gonna say
I
shower.
was going to say shower.
Yeah, that's up to you. That's your call. I
showers.
mean, it's your timetable. If you want to stay there overnight, you can. But obviously,
Well-
the only thing I would say is the note that I flashed up last week. There is something happening in Bubbles on Sunday afternoon. And you can take it that it's a teeny disco. So Saturday evening as well is probably going to be when they're doing their thing.
Okay.
Hey, we could take the hour short rest, get a little bit of something back.
Yeah.
You know, if for whatever we may or may not face in the disco, but just before kind of, resting for an hour and kind of not doing anything else, Jim's just gonna have a look at the kind of skull box to see, like, is it open now? Did she pop out of it like a Jack in the Box, or like, was she waiting in there? Because she did seem to, appear. Although she could have just been in the ethereal plane or whatever.
Yeah. So you wander off into the other room, and the lid is there is no lid. The last time you were there, it seemed to be the box was one complete object, that the bones were interlinking at the sides and the top. There definitely seems to be now. The top of it is open. It has sort of stretched back, and I don't know if you want to do a bit of an investigation into there or whatever.
Yeah. He is 100%. He's going to be doing his best to figure out.
Give us an old.
This thing is it still dangerous?
It's up to you what
Is it
you
still
use.
dangerous to them, or?
I mean, obviously, technically, it is magic. You could use
Arcana or
Arcana if you want to.
investigation.
So whatever you think you want to, he'd be his best.
I'm thinking because it's going to be the same bonus on both of them, but assume Arcana because
Arcana,
I feel like Jim,
magical.
you probably get more out of that, and he probably because one of the main things he's trying to figure out is this thing still dangerous to us? Like, is this gonna get trapped inside there? You know what I mean? She likes to knows what. So
Give us a roll there, yeah.
It's just lagging. Sorry. 17.
Okay, so it's there's nothing in there now, and you can see from looking at the inside of it that it does look like Carrie was using this. That's where she was. She was in the box, and you can get a sense from it that it seems to have some property that you surmise when the lid was on, it actually blocks any trace of magic coming from within it. And this is probably she used this to modify
a location or whatever.
Yeah, she used it to modify her signature in that. So and that's how she tricked Jack, and that's how she was able to ambush you. She was able to generate an aura, if you like, from when within it. But as soon as it opened, if you had been still detecting good and evil and all that, you would have, or detect magic, you would have noticed her emanating from it. So it seems to be some sort of a device that she's used to mask her aura. It is inert now, and you look on the sides, you do the old tap the sides back. There is no false bottom, like just turn it around so the audience can see it.
100%. Yeah.
So it wasn't a portal in or
Oh yeah, he wants to know how this works.
Yeah. So you don't,
because that's a great trick on stage. No way in or out of this box, and then she just pops out the lids off. How did she do it?
Yeah, you can see it's quite gruesome. It isn't just a box that has been decorated with bones. It has been made out of body parts. So
And
just
then Jim turns to the rest of them and says, "This house is
Started the game,
clear."
so
sorry.
you haven't started the game, so
No, yeah. No, I was just showing one of the lads I got bought shopping the other day online, a box of body parts. It's great. I had to fucking sign up to Amazon Prime though. So welcome, Donica. Just let you. Oh shit, what have I done there? I've done that again now. How do I keep doing that? Right. So just to fill you in there, what's after happening? So you went to this house. In the 80s, you were there for killing the vampire, weren't you?
No.
I thought you drove the spike through the vampire's heart.
Maybe I did, but I don't remember it. I might have been there.
No, you weren't
I
there.
think Adam did, but I don't know if
You weren't
I
there.
don't know if Donica did.
No,
yeah.
you weren't actually. Yeah. Sorry, Ben was operating your character.
I think we
Basically,
got it right.
yeah. So basically, in the 80s, you ended up getting attacked by Simon Luttrell, the sheriff of Dublin, who you didn't successfully kill in 13 whatever because he was a vampire, and whilst they killed him, you didn't execute him through the stake through the heart. So he came back in the 80s. You had a bit of a fighty fight in St. Stephen's Green because nobody decided to fucking go down to Sir John Rogerson's Quay where I had ships and everything all prepared. They went to the park instead, and so they killed Luttrell there. They Ben had put a mind spike through his brain, and they actually able to trace Luttrell back to this house he was living in the Liberties. And they went back in 1985 and killed him. So in 85, Luttrell was dead. They then got sent back. Your party got inserted. Jack had this idea that he could get the watch from Carrie because you need the watch to slow down time so that you can get to the other side of Dublin before Gander wakes up. So Jack said he'd simple plan, in and out, grab the watch and go. So you went back to the house, in this house here that you're in the second floor of in 1977. It was a trap. Carrie was there, the watch wasn't there. Fight broke out. Carrie rolled really badly and died a couple of weeks early. Jesus, there was a statue in the middle of Grey Street of Jesus. Right. There is actually, and he became animated and went into the house. Much jokes about Jesus saves and Jesus fails, wisdom saves, and all this, and body of Christ and other bits and pieces. But eventually Jesus died again for your sins, and it hasn't been 3 days, so we don't know whether he's coming back. In the meantime, when Carrie, the old hag woman, died, Chewie collapsed onto the ground, and Chewie then faded out of existence and turned into a young shield maiden who is now on a bed that the lads are all surrounded, including you. So it's getting a bit awkward.
Explaining it to me.
Yeah, so it's all getting a bit awkward why you have this shield maiden in a bed in the 70s. But so she's unconscious, and the guys were trying to figure out how to revive her by pouring whiskey down her throat.
Well, we found a couple of parchments on her, and one is the address of Matthew Brothers, where we were in the, in another time or times.
Yeah.
So,
where you actually found the dog Chewie.
Exactly where we first met up with Chewie. So, but our clothes are more.
Yeah, the dog is.
That was 1899.
1899.
Yeah,
our
first place. What kind of first place?
From that time as well.
Yeah.
Did we say Donica that we realised just last week or last session that Chewie was that she didn't get on with or betrayed them, so she turned her into a dog.
Yeah, in the 1890s, the Black Pig had a letter written, and he was given out about his cultists, and he mentioned Carrie's sister Kirkwood, who he believed betrayed the cult when they were causing the ritual to take place, and he hadn't seen her. It turns out that Chewie had been turned into a dog by her sister Carrie, and that is why Chewie had a collar with the K on it around its neck. So when Carrie died, this spell was broken, and we now have this Juan who's unconscious at the moment.
Considering we found,
and he's taking
we found that note. Yeah, considering we found that note and Chewie in the same timeline. You'd think we and the collar with a K. You'd think we probably could have ascertained that it was what was going on, but we didn't get it till about 9 years later.
Oh, the other thing as well, Donica, you discovered that Carrie, the old hag one, was working as a coat check girl in a teeny afternoon disco, teeny bopper disco called Bubbles, which is the other side of the city. Well, it's down by the quays. It's where now Temple Bar is. It's Fleet Street, and those days obviously it was pre-Temple Bar. So that's where your plan is to go there later, because that's where you reckon the watch is. That's where you know the watch is, because that's where you thought Carrie was, and you thought the watch was here. So your plan is to take a short rest here, and at some stage go to there. There is a dance on. You're assuming there's a dance on tonight, because it's Saturday night. There's definitely a dance on tomorrow because you have that bit of information on a piece of paper. You were hoping to get there before it's full of screaming teenagers, though.
Yeah.
So you're taking a short rest, and Mikey's taking a shower for some reason, but that's still known
But
to
I'm
him.
covered in Jesus dust.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
They break the communion wafer, and it falls into the wine. They break the big one over the wine.
So I was stuck
The
to the
dust.
roof of my mouth.
Yeah.
So she's no sign of waking up. So.
Mhm.
So,
Let me just.
1 second. So if we're doing a short rest, so are we?
Yes, you're doing a short rest.
Cool. So I'm just going to
Yeah,
I'm just going to heal two dice. There we go. Okay.
You're okay, Dunica. You didn't get involved. We just didn't run you for the fight because it was getting a bit. There was enough damage being done, so you should be okay. You will have done it. You should be okay. You should have, because you will have done a long rest. So if you are missing anything, that's from the 80s. Yeah. So if you need to restore up, you should be at full health.
We're just doing a heal on top. 10 plus 6.
When you arrived in 77 in Dublin, you spotted a toy shop that there was a Chewbacca in the window of. So that's where you wandered off to.
Obviously.
For an X-Wing. So that's how you missed out the whole fight. You went shopping for
Star Wars.
Yeah, stuff. Oh, as well, the party in the 80s bought a load of shares in Microsoft, and Torvi bought a pump-action shotgun. So,
fair enough.
Yeah,
as you do.
As you do, yeah. So I think that's you up to date now on everything that's after happening.
Yep.
And you have the harp. Oh yeah, and we rolled it. Actually, we rolled it wrong, but it didn't matter. I only noticed afterwards. Tig has been nominated by the party to be the musician. So Tig Cummins has to go off and learn how to play the harp.
Yeah, it'll be useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dexterous boxer will have a brilliant sound to it.
Well, I mean, I'm not one to say anything, but on your first fight you did die, so possibly
I hope I have a bit of skill, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so are you all rested?
Yep, I am in it.
Okay, so Kirkwood still doesn't seem to be unconscious.
Sorry, Phil.
Yes.
Whacker's short rest. What healing can I get? I just can't find it on the.
Okay. Sorry, 2 seconds. There, I have the game log thing. I just close that down. Get rid of that. Actually, I'll go on to your character, so I can see it there as well. Whacker. So short rest. So you're 24 hit points. So you have you'll be able to roll. So I can do it for your short rest because I'm actually on the PC.
Yeah, I have it on the PC as well. So just talk me through what you're doing. I'll know it next time, Phil.
Okay, so basically, you have on your character sheet. I'm just saying where does it show your hit point dice? So you have a certain amount of dice that you can roll.
Yeah,
I actually can't see where it shows it on the character sheet.
If you click on the short rest, it'll actually say it on the pop-out to the right.
Because you know the way on the normal, on the paper one, it'll tell you how many dice. Yeah. So when you click on it there, it'll actually show you there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rogue hit dice, and they're unmarked. Yeah. So if you hit take short rest, what it'll do is it should roll a d8 and add 2, and you'll get that back as health points. And it should mark off one of those short rests, the way it goes with a spell slot. So if you want to try that and see does it do it for you.
Okay, Beyond just crashed when I confirmed it.
Okay, look, I that could be because I had it open as well. I'll... Okay. So that gave you back. No, it actually didn't give you anything back.
I actually had to roll it physically in the
Okay,
modifier
so
there.
Ray, what we'll do is I'll add it in. So if you roll a real dice or another dice or whatever dice you want to roll, you'll need to roll a d8. And you can
Yeah.
roll up to 6 of them. You'll get half them back when you take a real long rest.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you can roll them one at a time to see how much you get. You don't have to commit to rolling like 5 of them.
No, I'm going to roll for them because I'm
Okay.
quite low.
Well, no, don't, Ray. Don't, because...
No, I've done it. I've done it. They're done.
Okay, what did you get, so?
29 back.
Okay, because what I was going to say is you can't go above your maximum. So
Okay.
your maximum would have been 21 is what you could have gotten. So that puts you back to 45.
Great.
So you're back at full thing, and you have used essentially 1, 2,
4.
3,
Yeah.
4. So I've marked them on that. So there's 4 of them. You will get half them back when you take your next long rest. Okay, so that's us all done. So you're back to max health. Does Torvi need to do any?
No, I think
she's okay.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Was Carrie gave you that damage, was it? She really knocked the shit out of you.
Yeah, Jesus gave me a bit of a hiding as well.
Yeah. As he does, the fucker. Okay, so right, you're in the house. We all that's all done. So what do you want to do, guys? Does anyone want to fucking try and throw an old healing spell on poor old Kirkwood? No?
That's the handmaiden's name, is it? Or
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Jim can cast Burning Hands on her, try and warm her up, but I don't think it's going to do much.
I can cast.
Look, okay,
What
we'll just say
wounds?
after the hour, what I'll do is I'm going to roll a d4 for her, and she can have that back as a HP. Right, she gets 1 HP back. So, Kirkwood, her eyes, as you're taking your short rest, her eyes flutter open, and she's, so she's coming around. She's, what the fuck? My head hurts. So, she's trying to sit up in the bed, and she looks over at you, Jim, and she goes, "Oh, I saw what you did
Hands are up.
behind the dumpster
Yeah.
in 1372." It's
been a long time without the internet, alright?
Yeah, you're a dirty man. You're a dirty old man. And she says to Torvi, she says, "You're the oldest. Thank you for
I'll accept
feeding me
dirty,
steak."
but I'm not old.
Yeah. So yeah, she's awake and she's regaining health, and she's sitting up on the bed, and she obviously knows who you are. She was very Children of Lear-esque. She knew what the fuck was going on the whole time. So she goes. I need to be away from here. So she's trying to stand up. She's getting up. She's shaking. So she's obviously going to head. Looks like she's heading towards the door. So I don't know if you want to ask her anything before she fucks off.
Yeah, like we stop her from running out the door, and say, "Oh, hold on,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand in the doorway.
Feel yourself. Are you Kirkwood? Tell us what's going on."
Yeah, she goes, "You whacker, you were never the brightest, were you?" Yeah, I thought it was quite obvious with my K, but there you go. So she goes, Carrie.
I have a brain tumor. So.
yeah. She said, Carrie gave me a lot more credit for their failure than they wouldn't. They wouldn't. And she's sort of swaying a bit. She's finding it very hard. They wouldn't. They couldn't see that it was their own failing. They were never going to succeed. I may have helped the spell fail a bit, but it was really their own doing. They were never going to succeed. So she then says, "Yeah, we were when you arrived. We were spread across time, and I arrived sometime in 1880s to Dublin, and I quickly tracked down our beloved leader." She says that very sarcastically, and I saw Carrie, and she recognized me first. She was much older. I didn't recognize her until it was too late. I had been following clues to Massey Brothers, and she tricked me there, and she cast a spell. We had an awful fight, a battle of magic, and she cast a spell on me, and she turned me into a dog because she thought that was going to be hilariously funny, and she was going to feed me to the two other dogs in Massey's, the two demonic dogs. So that was her plan. But she didn't realize I regained some of my magic ability. And on the first night I was there, you guys turned up. So I wasn't there that much before you. And I decided, I sensed that I had recognized you from the portal, and I sensed that you may be out to stop Carrie and her coven. So I decided to follow you and see what you were up to. And when it became clear that you were out to kill the black pig, that was when I decided to help.
Okay, boss.
So, if you say you've got to get out of here, you can't be here. I mean, I think we're all gonna go to that disco and try and stop whatever's going on. But yeah, I mean,
are you
disco, but
are you asking me out?
do you mean you got?
Jim's on the pull, like.
Yeah.
I know I haven't got a chance. No, I'm not even going to entertain that possibility. No, but yeah. Well, you're gonna, when you say you're getting out of here, are you going there, or do you mean you got to get out of the 1970s?
I think we should all get out of the 70s. No, our Pats. She said I need to get my strength back, and I need to go and meditate to do that. Our Pats will meet again. I have no doubt of that. When you're in dire need, our destiny is aligned, or will be aligned. But for now, we must be like the river and split. No, that doesn't make sense.
Be like a banana.
No, do you remember in Back to the Future, one of the man kept getting all the lines wrong. It was like leave, be like a tree and leave.
Or not Biff.
Biff's one of Biff's. Yeah, getting all his
cliches. He's
wrong.
Biff. Yeah. He says he's like because the old Biff in the second one calls him out and he's like, "Would you make like a tree and get out of here?"
Yeah. So there's a bit too subtle. Anyway, so that's my Biff reference for tonight. Okay, so she says, "Look, our destinies are," and she starts heading towards the door. And I don't know, Tig, if you want to let her pass or do you want to become acquainted with her?
I'll let her go past.
You're brave man. So she goes and she says, "Stormy, so long and thanks for the snake," which was what, if you remember, Torvi fed her, which was a dog. Yeah. So that's it. So Carrie has gone off and she claims she'll be back later. But sure, there you go. I don't know if it was Jim's attempt at asking her out frightened her off.
Almost certainly.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So do we just head to Fleet Street? Is there anything else for us here to do here, really?
You had it's up to you whether you want to. You've spent the hour, I presume, in your rest. You were having a look around the house, and unless there's something specifically you want to check, walls or floors or doors or whatever, you can take it that you would have had a route through all the drawers in the chest and the stuff. And without ripping down walls or anything, you don't seem to find any. I mean, you find bits and pieces.
I mean, I know we were here in the 80s. I know it's like a decade later, but we were here for about a week. We got fairly familiar with the place. So you imagine during that time as well, we probably would have looked if there was anything secret passage or anything. We would have found.
So there's nothing that wasn't there that was there in the 80s. So you know all the little hiding places. It is strange you don't understand where Olaf is because his coffin is there. And this is the place that you knew Olaf was living in the 80s. So it makes sense that he either owns this house. We reckoned in the 80s that Olaf was had a lot of access to cash as Luttrell. So he'd bought up a lot of property. So you reckon this was his house. And there's nothing to dissuade you from that. And there does seem to be, like, there is clothes belong to him and there's clothes belong to Carrie. So they are using this as their house. but there is no sign of him. And you look through the drawers and there was no like clues to where he might be. There was no like diary of, oh, on Wednesday I'm going to go up to Longford for, so there's nothing like that. So you don't know where he is.
So
It does look like he lives there.
on the lookout.
Yeah, so.
Mm.
Maybe he has another property that he might stay in during the day. Maybe stay here every
Some
day.
other errand that he that he had to take care of. Some other. So I mean, it's probably at this point, probably close to like 2:30.
Yeah.
If it was about 1, an hour and a bit because Jim was doing a bit of detect magic before we rested and all that.
Yeah.
So in the afternoon, it's going to start probably unless it's, I don't know if we're in the summer or in the winter, but begin while it's still like a bit light outside. It's not going to be, if it's a teen disco, it might start at like 5 or 6, or is it for a bit older? Because it's
8 o'clock. It says
8 till midnight.
open.
So it is a bit later. Sorry,
Friday.
I thought it was more of a
Saturday,
kids
8
disco.
till midnight. It's kids, as in like it's 16-year-olds, that type of place. It would have been.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not like a 10-year-old.
Yeah, okay.
It was
Yeah. We got a bit of time. I suppose we could head down that direction, kind of scope it out, and then I'm sure there's something else we could do in the area to kill time if we need to. So we're not hanging around a teen disco.
I mean, you don't have to be there when all the teeny boppers are there.
Do we have to wait for the we're going to look for where we think the watch might be.
Yeah, if she's dead, the watch is going to be moving around.
Doesn't matter. Carrie's dead actually, so it's not like we have to wait for her to be there. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But maybe we should get there early before the little scroats arrive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay, so do you want to head over to? Do you want to head over to there? Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just pull up the map there for you. It's loading there. Okay, so you get to just off Fleet Street there, which for those I don't think you probably know what do you know the Palace Bar off to Lear Street?
Yeah.
Just down from the Palace Bar towards Temple Bar is where the location is. Completely irrelevant, but all the point is it's not a million miles away from where the Underground was, Dublin Castle, and all the other places you've been to earlier. So you're still in the very sort of same area. And it's 1977 is your thing. So you're outside. It's a fairly nondescript building. It's a fairly much of a side street off that road where the Palace Bar is, and you're outside of. There is a sign over which sort of says it's not even a decent neon one. It says Bubbles, and there's that logos on it, and the door is locked. The door is just there where Whacker is, and Jim.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if Whacker, are you going to try your usual lock picking?
Yeah, like the place looks dead, like it hasn't opened up for the day yet. Is that what the kind of vibe out of it? Yeah.
Yeah, like it's, what did we say? It's probably it's nearly probably 3 o'clock now by the time you have wandered over to here, and it's not opening till 8. This type of place is probably only going to open up a half an hour, if even that, before. You would imagine, like.
So we're looking for the stopwatch, is it? Or the
correct. That's what your mission here
watch.
is all along, is to get the pocket watch, because the pocket watch will slow down time so that you can kill Jormungandr before he wakes. Is the reason you need it.
Okay. Well, I have locate object, which I can cast, and that'll allow me to send. So, describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of you. The spell can locate a specific object that you know as long as you've seen it up close, which I have because I stopped and pretty much capture one in the street.
You tried to mug her, actually.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so doing that, is that a spell or is it a concentration spell or is it just...
It'll cast a spell, and I'll just know the direction of it for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So it'll last for 10 minutes. The second level. Is it worth casting now, or do we wait to go inside?
That's what I was going to say to you. Do you want you're full of confidence that Whacker's going to get the lock open?
Yeah. So I think maybe we should wait until we have a way inside, and then we can use this then to help home in on it.
Yeah. You're a +5, Ray. So give us a dexterity, and it was +5, please.
Yeah.
Oh.
12. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Whacker's trying to do his lock picking thing, and he's just I don't know whether it was Jesus giving him the slaps. He's just not able to. He just can't get the torque up. Maybe the windscreen wipers that he ripped off the car as a tensioner just isn't the same in the 70s as they are in modern ones. So you just can't. I'm afraid you just can't seem to get the lock open. It's just not budging for you.
Can I move down the side? Is there anywhere in around the back?
Okay, just you can do that. There is none. What this place is literally there's a door and there's stairs down. So it's a bit like the underground bar. So it is completely underground. There's a building on top of it. What is on top of it seems to be there is on top of it there is another entrance. There is another nightclub. Like an adults nightclub on the top called Sloopy's. So at ground level it's Sloopy's, and the door for that, I'll just show you, the door for would be over sort of this sort of direction, not here. And you're down a lane. So the door is on the main road part, and that's called Sloopy's, and that's the top floor. And then there's this side door down this lane called Bubbles. And Whacker, Whacker is of an age that Whacker probably didn't go to Bubbles, but he went to the apartment, which is what Bubbles turned into. So Whacker would be familiar with this place. So he'd be able to tell you that. No, this is straight down the steps.
But they also had, didn't they have a connection between the clubs or something as well?
They did. Sloopy's and they were linked.
Yeah, so if we can't get in here, we could try.
Everyone else think that's dodgy.
Yeah. Okay, if you want to try and go onto the main street.
There was a back way into the teeny bopper disco.
Yeah, there was. Okay, I've no problem with that. But you're going to have to try and pick the lock on the other door. So if you want to go around the corner and try and pick that lock, we'll go through the process again.
You know, if we're determined to get in here, if we can't open this door, if anyone has any other suggestions on this door, we could try getting in Sloopy's.
Well, I mean, in the main one. Sloopy's now is that because this is down a lane, but that's on the main street. So, is it fairly populated to be a lot of eyes? If there's a lot of people, and Whacker wants to try, get in. The best suggestion Jim has is if we need a distraction, he's going to try and start trying to do magic tricks or card tricks or stop people on the street and pick a card, try do a bit of David Blaine.
Just to put you in context of where this is, this becomes Temple Bar from the 90s onwards. Okay, what it is at the moment is though the street that's on, the Palace Bar, the Palace Bar is on the right, and as you're heading down towards now Temple Bar, there's a restaurant there now called Thunder Road. I don't know if you're familiar with it. They do it's like there's a Hard Rock Cafe there now as well. It's opposite the Hard Rock Cafe. But in the 70s, that was the Bord Gosh offices where people paid their gas bills. So the type of street that this is on now, it's all owl ones going in on a Saturday afternoon paying their gas bill in 1970s Dublin.
Yeah.
If you want to start doing card tricks to them, they'll probably beat the shite out of you. But
no, he knows. He knows the kind of people that you need to. Yeah.
It's not a hipster place that it would be now, where card tricks would go down quite well.
Jim has been beaten around the head by the umbrellas of many a Glaswegian granny to know not to bother him on the street for a few pennies for a card trick. I mean, unless Ty, you don't feel like testing the strength of that lock, do you? Trying to boot it in.
Give the door a kick.
Yeah. Okay,
Be
yeah.
a bit indelicate about it.
All right, are you going to kick the door in? Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Give it an old strength.
Before you do,
Okay.
I'm just gonna cast guidance.
Cast which? Sorry.
Guidance. Is it?
Guidance,
It's
is
an
it?
at-will cantrip. Yeah. You touch one willing creature once before the spell ends. The target can roll die 4 and add the number rolled to one ability check for their choice.
Oh, it's like a bless.
So basically, you can
It's like
add a
specific
D4 to
bless.
your strength check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Do that. So
Yeah.
do your strength.
Just
Yeah, 1 second now.
basically, it gives you a plus D4 to it. Yeah.
Perfect. So I'll just do a strength check. So, that's 14 plus 4 is 18.
18. So yeah, you say just push back, and Wacker's going to want to go off around the corner to open the other, pick the lock, and Jim's getting his card tricks ready, and Tig just wanders up, has a quick look around, and just boots the fucking door, and the lock just snaps, and it just opens a bit, and the door is open. Yeah.
Lovely.
Excellent.
And thank God we don't have to go through Sloopies. So let me just clear up some of this. So I will just.
Jim pats Tig in the back and thanks his gorgeous assistant.
Yeah.
Thank you, my beautiful assistant here.
Yeah. So
I'll
you
wear my
can
sparkly
see
dress.
in where Adam is, and there is like a desk to Adam's left, which is where they obviously take the cash from. It is just literally like a little bar counter, and there's a place for one person to stand behind, and there's nothing else in it. And there's steps leading down, and there's a bit of a landing at the bottom of the steps.
Okay. I now at this point will cast locate object.
Okay, so you do locate object, and with 10 minutes you say you have. So you're definitely getting a sense of the object is coming from this direction. And it is approximately, do you need does that give you the range as well?
Describe a name and object, so the clock watch. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as the object is within 1,000 feet of you.
Oh yeah, it's definitely within 1,000
If
feet.
the object is in motion.
Okay, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Not,
And if it's in motion, I know the direction of it.
yeah, it's this sort of a direction. I wasn't zoomed out, so down the stairs. So you're detecting it from
I
there.
can use the force, and I can tell the pocket watch is that way.
Yes.
I never know when he's actually using magic or when he's just.
Is that down or up or?
It's below. Like the steps are going down. Okay, let's say the steps are probably there's a landing and then there's another one. They probably go down 20 foot. So yeah, it's probably down about 10 foot. It's probably on level with the landing, but there's more steps down.
Okay,
It's not up
down.
anyway. It's down. It's down. Yeah.
Down.
Down.
That way.
Yeah. Are you gonna stay on the street? Are you anybody actually gonna apart from Adam go in?
Whacker invites Tig to go first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been shocked that I managed to open the door. Like.
Yeah. So I'll just give you a bit
Yeah,
more of your view. Sorry, there was a wall there that you should have been able to see.
I'll be 2 seconds to get my glasses.
Yeah.
Right back.
So,
Lights on, lights off, dark, bright, and dark.
oh yeah, that's a good
can
point.
see-
It is dark. It's going into darkness. But
Okay,
what was that? 20. Jim notices there's a bank of light switches on the wall. Just
Okay, but Adam's just being
bank of light
Adam's just
switches,
being
yeah.
mental. So he has his lightsaber out and he's casted light on his lightsaber, so his lightsaber is glowing.
So
His toy lightsaber is glowing. Actually, yeah, he spray painted long. I can't remember what he has.
yeah, you spray
Long
painted
sword,
his
spray
long
painted,
sword,
luminous
yeah.
yellow, painted.
That's right, yeah, because
But it's falling off because he never undercoated it.
yeah.
But he's going to cast light on the blade.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and there are light switches up here.
I love just like the patchy lightsaber. Like patchy green.
Yeah.
Jim is kind of going to look at everyone and like, do we want to flick the lights on, or leave them off and try and get? Are we being sneaky? Or actually, there's no point. There's no point in trying to be sneaky. We've
Kicked in the door. You kicked in the door. And like the lights are off the moment, and the door was locked. So
for us, you know.
There's no one there. Like,
yeah, it doesn't look like you.
Jim turns the light on, but he feels very guilty about it because, like, Adam's just lit up the lightsaber and everything. Like he's.
Okay, there's maybe, I don't know, 20 switches there. Are you going to flick them all on, or are you just going to go one until you find, like, where the one...
Oh, Jesus.
This isn't a trick question. It's just there's a lot of switches. Are you just putting them all on?
Exactly, outside lights and everything like that. So.
Okay, so you're flicking the lights on.
Do we just, you know, flick?
Yeah. So, as you do that, they're starting up. There's a couple of neon fluorescent tubes. The starters are gone in some of them, so they're doing the flick. And there's a neon light over Whacker's head there on the road going zzz. And the one with the perm is sort of starting to light up a bit, her perm. So yeah, it's becoming bright. So Adam's fluorescent sword isn't as nice as it was a few seconds ago. Now, what Adam sees from the landing is he sees another flight of stairs going down, and at the bottom of the stairs there seems to be a cloakroom counter. So you come in the stairs, you pay where Jim is, you come down the stairs, and then there's a cloakroom here, and the carpet continues on there. So you can look over that counter there, which I'll just defog for you.
Did you say something about Carrie walked in the cloakroom?
That's exactly what they said she did, yeah.
So should we have a really good look here where she walked, or is your spidey sense giving you any more clue to where the watch is?
My directional thing is saying where?
Your directional thing is saying that way.
Okay.
But you're right, that is a cloakroom, and you can see there's coats and stuff hanging up on some of the hooks that have been obviously left behind and stuff.
Keep going, because I have only 10 minutes of...
Yeah. We got it.
Okay, so
keep pushing on,
There is a wall along here where you're going, which end. There's a corridor at the end. So there's a door. You're just going past. There's a door here, just where you are standing there now. So that's a door here. I don't know.
There's still no signs of life down here. It's silent.
There's nothing. Yeah. So you're coming up to the corner there. So as I said, there was a door just to where Adam is, and
Adam is doing a completely kind of over the top, holding his lightsaber above his head, pointing at the door as he kind of walks.
Yeah.
Like a bit of an Egypt.
As he comes to the corner,
and then does a swing around there.
Yeah. What he sees is comes around the corner is the dance floor area. So, and there's a passage. Sorry, I have to show you there. There's a bit of stuff I need to unview. There is a tunnel going. There was this tunnel sort of thing in Bubbles. So, which was carpeted. So, where you are, there is a tunnel in this direction, going off to some other part of the disco. You're on the dance floor, and the DJ desk is over here, and there's sort of just standing around area. Dance floor, corridor down that way, and an area over here. DJ stands here.
I open this door while we're passing it.
Yeah, sure, of course you can. And
I was just.
Yeah, sorry. Let me just go back to the fog tool. Oh, sorry. So you are opening this door, and you can see it's a little janitor's type of closet. There's brushes and stuff in there, and mops. Mop bucket, like, you know, or so you clean up the puke from the teenagers to get overexcited.
We need to head to the tunnel direction. That's where the Jedi is leading us, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll just check what his direction is. Okay, so his direction definitely is this way.
Yeah.
Okay. So this tunnel here. Those things here are just to sort of signify it's sort of a tunnel. You know, it's sort of like a semicircular tube.
And the tunnel is lit up at the moment. The lights are on.
Oh yeah, everything is on. The lights are on. There's a little sad disco ball in the center over Jim's head revolving. And you can see Wacker at the end. The tunnel ends. There's a wall at the end, but there is something. It branches off. It turns into here.
I wonder is that where the stairway is to the other place, or is there something down there? Well, look, we have to go down and look in that tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah.
We're going to move down, as you know, to the.
Of course, yeah. Right. So. As Wacker gets to the end there, what he'll see is the following. Let's see. Right, and I'll just explain what this is. So just give me a second here, and we'll just say that goes there. So what you see is there's tables. So these are all tables, chairs, and stuff around, and there is a soft sort of drinks bar here. A little cubby, little tuck shoppy type thing that the kids buy their drinks from. And what's on this wall here? These are 3 video games.
Oh, okay.
They're very basic ones. One of them was Death Race 2000, and then there was this other one called Gunfighter, where two guys just moved up and down and shot things. And then the third one is Pong. So that's what you have there. And just to complete what Wacker can see there view-wise, back on. The area where the little shop is ends, and there's a wall with a door in it. So down here is a door. You can see that on the wall. There's this little counter here where there's little soft drinks, tables, and your video games.
Right, we move on inside.
Is the direction still kind of this way?
No,
Is
the
it?
direction is, as I was going to say, the direction is this way, yes.
Oh, moving away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we assume we have to go
Okay.
kind of in and around.
Yeah.
Door and
Yeah, I'm going to follow along there.
Okay,
into
so
whatever
there's nothing
tunneled into this time.
There's nothing additional, as I said. There's no other. So, Jonica, just to I don't know if you were able to hear that. You're in a little sort of seating area. There's a little soft drinks bar here. There's 3 1970s video games here: Gunslinger, Death Race 2000, and Pong. There's a door over here. This is a wall, and you are detecting the watch in this direction. And you need 10 pence, a 10 penny piece for a credit.
Bullshit.
We got some local money if you really want to play. I'm sure somebody has a few coins.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I assume.
Okay. So are you going to play a video game, Donica?
I'm just imagining Adam immediately. Adam, instead of looking for the pocket watch, detect or locate object on a 10 pence piece looking around the ground.
It's over there. It's over there. The thing. I'm just gonna have a quick go off gun.
Yeah.
So Adam's gonna have a. Here.
I'm looking for. Oh, brilliant! Found an image of it. Excellent.
Yeah.
Copy image. I'll throw this up onto Discord. Into the resources. So where the fuck is the resources? So this is the actual one of the 3 games that was there. That's the wrong picture. Oh, for fuck's sake! I got so excited I gave you the wrong picture. It's, do you know why? Because it's a fucking. I have to do a snip.
Graphics for
Yeah, it's actually a
1970s.
YouTube video. Is where's snip gone? Snipping to. Oh, there it is. So this is what it looks like. And into Discord. So it's a 2-player game. You needed 2 players because there was no AI in this, so you need someone else to play that. Do you remember that one, right? And the guy, you move up and down. You had a little joystick that moved up and down. The gunslinger would move up and down on either side, and you had a button on the top, and that was how many shots you had, and you had to try and kill the other one.
Anybody want a game?
It's a 2-player game. You're not going to be able to play it on your own.
Anybody want a game?
You're all right.
no one else wants it. Jim will have a go unless
Right.
someone else,
I'm gonna-
unless somebody wants.
I'm gonna control both of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Jim will have a go if Adam wants a second player, but otherwise he's happy to let him kind of X-wing it, like
I've done one there. I'm just gonna drop into Discord. How the fuck do I do this? Oh, my Discord's after freezing on me. Back. Okay, so I just dropped into Discord the link to playing it online.
Oh my god. Well, you just have to go for it. You have to.
Yeah.
We can't play two-player, but we can. Pew, pew, pew. How the fuck do you play?
Probably jumping down arrows, maybe.
I just turned it off and on again. I'm after breaking it.
That's the other game that's there. Death
you have
Race
to-
2000.
you'll have to cut in footage of some of you playing Gunslinger online into the upload.
Yeah. So, okay, guys. Adam's doing that, and I don't know if he's winning or losing.
I'm not sure.
Both. He's playing against himself. Right?
Yeah. So yeah, and I would have to watch. Gunslinger wouldn't have played down. Sorry.
And I died. This is bullshit.
Maybe Wacker should pick the lock on the video machine and rob all the 10-penny bits out of it.
That's it. Okay, last game of it. But you can. What the fuck?
You're getting quite frustrated with the machine now, and you start baiting it. So as Adam gets frustrated with the machine, he notices the machine is rocks slightly. It moves a bit. So yeah. The machine seems to move a bit.
Okay, interesting.
This wasn't going to go this way, but it fits in with a fucking Adam swinging off the machine.
Okay, I'm gonna swing off the machine.
Okay, give me a strength test. And are you pushing or pulling?
Pulling.
Okay, give us a strength. Roll as a strength test, and we'll see what happens. So please. Okay.
22.
You notice the machine starts sliding towards you, and actually not even just pulling straight out from the wall, which is what you've expected, but it seems to hinge out.
Guys, look at this. This is a bit odd. So I'm gonna basically just point it out to the guys.
Yeah.
So as you do that, you can actually see that there is now. You may have to get your lightsaber out, but there is something. There seems to be a passage behind that video game.
Alrighty.
Oh.
After finding a passage behind.
Yeah. You just happen to pick the one where the passage
my
was behind.
my mother
by pure
spent playing
chance.
video games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you did get frustrated with it, so yeah, why not? Let's go for it.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
No, I do.
Yeah.
I will just remind you that the watch is that way.
We'll give the DM inspiration.
Yeah. So yeah,
You can re-roll something against us.
so
there's no way.
there is a
There's
tunnel.
no way Adam is not a secret passage behind an arcade game. It's just fucking not happening. He's definitely fucking going in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely we are.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Are you going to do your illuminate? Because remember, the only person that's it doesn't seem to be lit up here.
My lightsaber is still it's cantrip light, so and I think that lasts for fucking an hour.
That's grand. Yeah, fine. So okay,
Yeah,
let me
so,
let
yeah.
me let you
It's
see.
an hour, so it's still glowing.
So yeah, there seems to be the passage, as you can see, that goes in two directions, up and to the right.
But still away from the direction that
It's still away. Yeah, right. Yeah.
But is the watch on this level or is it slightly up?
You're sensing it up a small bit higher than you. Maybe like a head height.
Okay.
So it's not like a floor above you, but what's odd is it's that sort of head height.
So it could be on a shelf or something, like even or
Yeah.
that.
Could be
Well,
something as simple as
yeah.
that, Mikey.
Yeah.
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 So,
Okay.
if are you going to go to the end of that? There is it.
You're on the ball for a man who died of a punch to the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also slightly worried about the old secret passages and peepholes in the old kiddies disco, so it's slightly worrying, concerning.
And you should be.
The BBC's favorite
Somehow
place to
more
hang out.
disturbing than
So
Yeah.
you as you look there, you
this
can
is
sort
more disturbing than Carrie taking their brain fluid.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see the passage continues on a bit, and you actually probably see some more there now as you move along. So yeah, you can see the tunnel continues.
Is this the part of the world where we climbed under those tunnels in 80?
It
Or is
wouldn't
this-
be that far away. Oh, I mean, it's probably about 2 or 3
There was
hundred.
a whole big tunnel complex there that we
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah,
Is this the same complex?
it would
I,
be. That
I'm
would,
just wondering to the guys as we're
Yeah.
walking through it.
Yeah.
oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they've
So is this where the bad
Had
guys are going to
centuries.
come out and attack them?
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
we should run and grab that.
it led to other places, and there was a bit of battling in it, if I remember correctly. So they use these tunnels.
if
Don't-
there's
that
anything
That is the future, though.
anything nasty, it's going to be here.
Yeah,
In
but
the
if
future.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, but the tunnels are here.
Tunnels are there, but those creatures were like, yeah. I mean, it was 85. That's not to say that they weren't there all that time, like since the 70s. But I'm just saying, like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be
There
a whole
was a
different-
there was a cave
Specific
in.
One
remember
could
there
be
was-
something else.
Part of the tunnels were blocked off. There had been a cave in. That had looked like something had happened in the past to cause a cave in.
Yeah. Well, look, we have to look around. Just be real cautious as we move on. Just see what we see.
I'm gonna follow in behind Adam there if we're going to be going or further in the tunnel. Or...
Yeah.
How about someone who's not the fucking camera goes in front?
yeah.
Yeah, Jim is casting mage armor on himself.
And from behind the party arrives a fucking vampire and kills the cleric. The safest place was up in the front.
Because of that,
We're just
Jim is requesting that Torvi go behind him.
Yeah. If you want to just leave Torvi there, we can just assume when you need Torvi, we'll move her around instead of you're dragging two tokens around all the time. So yeah, Jim or Wacker, you can see down the tunnel. You can see it actually.
But we assume that Torvi is behind Jim.
Yeah.
Just in case something comes up.
So yeah, the tunnel.
He's mage armored himself, so.
Right, so if we go up here, I'm assuming that's going to be going back right up to the cloakroom, so for like Carrie to kind of get in and out.
Yeah. So okay, that's a good point there, Tig, and yeah, you do see there seems to be something going over towards, and you can notice just here. It seems to be the back of the cloak. There's a wooden wall. The rest of it's all concrete. There definitely is, another passage.
And is there anything over like here?
I'm just revealing all that there now for you.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Oh, yeah.
So you can hear some sort of a noise. You can hear as you're coming out. There's a little gap as well here in front of, and you can see it's like a channel in the rock. You won't be able to fit through it, but you can sort of see through it into. And if you look down there, you will see that there is quite a large, spacious area that's in here. Sort of opens up a bit, so you can sort of see that through that gap. That's there. I keep flicking back to your view on my view so that I can actually see what you're actually
Oh
seeing.
yeah.
Yeah. So actually, I had a note there. I'll just get rid of that note there saying secret doors. Okay. So yeah, you can see that it sort of seems to loop around, but there definitely is more.
Okay. Do you want to progress forward and then get in a fight, possibly, or do you want to go back and get the watch?
Maybe we should just grab the watch.
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering if like to get. I mean, yeah, I was just gonna say presumably, yeah, it will loop around to where. I was thinking this loops around to wherever the watch is, but
Well, I suppose the tunnels
maybe
are
there
going
must be
nowhere.
another
Is all I'll
entrance.
say to you.
We didn't look in that door
Yeah.
at the end of the back, which is more like the direction.
Yeah, let's quickly run as far as we can go towards where the watch is and see what happens.
It's gonna loop. Yeah, because I'd say best case scenario is these would loop, loop around that way to the watch, but otherwise we're putting distance between ourselves and the watch.
Yeah.
Or the
You're
spell
getting
is
near the
fading.
end of your 10 minutes, I'd say, by now. So you maybe have a minute or two left. In 10 minutes.
Yeah, come on. I'm. The force is
Weakening.
weakening. I must fucking leg it to this thing. So I'm gonna basically just
Yeah.
move fast to where I think it is.
Okay. So yeah, that's a wall. So yeah, there's no wall in, but there is a door just below Whacker. Yeah, that's a door there. Are you gonna?
Yeah, we have to get that right.
It is locked, but it's not a very sophisticated lock.
Well, I'm not even gonna bother. Would you come here, kick this door?
Okay, so who's kicking the Tig, is it?
Yeah, I'll kick it up.
Give us an old strength
Kick
then.
it off, yeah.
That is 21.
So the door just splinters open, and yeah, it's quite shitty. So, and in it you can see it is some form of an office, and in the corner of the office is sorry, let me just in the corner. Fuck's sake, this fog tool can be a bit awkward at times. So, is a spiral staircase.
Yeah.
You can't say spiral staircase without doing the action.
There's a spiral staircase going up. Actually, it's a helix staircase. It's not getting narrower as it goes into the center. So there's it's a helix. So there's a helix going up. So that is the staircase up to Sloopy's. So if you'd have come in the other way, you'd have come down into the office. If you'd have, so that plan would have worked. Would have brought you into the office.
Cool.
So yeah, there's an office. That's just a carpet on the floor, and there's a desk, an office desk, and there's some book cabinets, filing cabinets type of things on the wall. Usual sort of like.
Well, look, we know the direction that. Well, we think we know the direction we need to go. So this whole wall where
with your dying embers of that spell, unless you want to recast it, the watch is practically directly to the left of you, Adam.
Okay, so
At about head height.
Directly to the left of me, so in here and somewhere.
So it's where it's there. So you're talking about this sort of direction here is where the watch is.
Okay, so I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna do a bit of a search along this wall.
Okay, give us you can, I suppose, perception test there. So please.
14.
Yeah, you notice a slight bit of a draft maybe coming from behind that cabinet.
Haha, there's a slight draft coming from behind this cabinet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and give it a bit of a pull there.
Okay, so Tiger, you doing it, or are the two of you doing it?
What do you want?
pull it out.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Hello.
there's a couple of you. So
Yeah.
I'll tell you, do a strength test at advantage, since Adam's giving you a hand.
So, first one is 21.
Yeah, it moves, no problem. So again, it seems that's 5. So yeah, the 5 was from Adam. So yeah, it swings again. So you can see, like before, there appears to be, and I've just got my fog tool back up, a passage from behind it. So you can see there's a little passage.
I'll probably hit him first, I suppose, just in case of that. And got the belt is.
Right behind him with my glowing, luminous, painted, chipping longsword.
And Whacker's staying beside Adam because he's afraid of the dark.
Sorry, I'm just looking for something there.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, up straight, up ahead from you, as you can see, the corridor continues up the page, not in a northerly direction, and obviously, and it goes to the south as well.
Okay.
Jesus, Jesus.
Excuse me. It's up
Okay.
over here, this
Okay,
way.
just stop 2 seconds there. As you step out, Adam, you suddenly, for fuck's sake, Janice. Sorry, give me 2 seconds there. What's your armor class? 14.
Holy
You
shit.
hear
What
a.
is 12.
Okay, so as you step out there, you just hear this thing flying through the air, and where the fuck's it gone? You take an arrow comes
I
flying
tried
at
to
you.
check my lightsaber, even though it does fuck all.
Yeah, and pings off your off. So 1d8 plus 2. So you 9 damage. So this arrow sticks into your arm, into your shoulder, as you stepped out there. What we'll do is we'll roll for initiative, please. So
20.
20 for Adam. Okay. Okay. Next.
Initiative. There you go.
Jim is 8, is it?
22.
Oh, nice one. 22, 20.
Sorry.
Oh, 9.
9 for Torvi.
Whacker 12.
Whacker 12. 12 and 9 for. Where's Torvi? What is Torvi? Okay, so you should be able to see combat tracker, and you should see Janice on it.
The Janice. Where is Janice?
Janice. Janice should be showing up in the name. Oh, it changed, the URL changed, Dunica. So I'll just copy the URL for you. It's in Discord.
Say again? No. I can see the combat tracker, I just can't see her on the...
Can you guys?
Yeah, I see Janice. 11.
No.
11, yeah, Janice 11, yeah.
Yeah. There you
I don't know how long it takes to come up after I just throw it on that, and yeah.
No, I think Donica was saying on the map.
Oh, sorry, on the map. Oh, yeah, that's my
Not
bad.
the-
So, yeah. Okay, so it is dark, but you noticed as you... Oh, do you know what? You can't see her because she's in fog. Right, so I'll just reveal it there. Okay, you should see her down the bottom left-hand corner, can you?
Yep.
Yeah, she should be revealed there now.
Yeah, here.
Bitch, says you. So yeah, she. I thought it was Tig. She was going to take a pot shot at. Okay, so that's where our Janice is, and up first I think is Tig.
Yep. My movement
Tig,
speed
you're up.
is 40. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, so I'm just going to go straight up to her.
So you're going to go straight over to her, okay?
Yeah.
And you're going to give her the slaps, is it?
2 belts. I'm going to rage first. Yeah, sorry, just 2 rages I've used up. So, yeah. So that is the first one is 18.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. That's gone
No
through.
And I'll do damage for that one. So that's 2 plus 4 is 6 plus 2 again for rage, and that's 8.
Okay.
Bludgeoning.
So, okay, you have as the arrow flew out and hit Adam in the shoulder, and Adam let out a yelp. Tig, you ran over towards Janice, and you just decked her, and you just heard her neck crack of this 14-year-old girl that you've just murdered.
Got it, me.
Fucking hell.
So yeah,
we're leaving this timeline pretty soon anyway, it's fine.
yeah. So yeah, Janice just crumples into a all 4'9" of her that was there. She's dead.
I didn't lose that fight.
No, you did not.
Wow, that was a bit.
Harsh. So you do notice there were arrow slits and stuff in her little guard post that she was in, and it's a dead end there apart from that.
Okay.
Okay.
So awkward.
It's awkward, yeah.
Okay, so we
move on up the other direction.
What we will do is just so we're not rolling initiative every time, we're just going to stay in the in that initiative on the tracker in case anything else comes along and kill attacks you. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so so Hacker, you're heading to the ford area.
Yeah, so I assume if right, we're moving up to this point.
Do we think this person deserved to be dead?
Who, Janice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could left in here from last night and got lost. Her parents are out in the street.
She just saw a man in his 20s roar and leg it over, and it's the last thing she saw was.
Yeah, you pile driving your fist into it.
I have 1 minute in which I can cast revive. So I have 1 minute in which I can run over, I can cast revive and bring her back to life.
Alright, okay.
I have a second.
I don't know, like
Even
over the top
if she's like a lobotomized, brainwashed kid,
yeah.
I don't know. Might be worth bringing her back to life. I don't know. Unless we got to kill a whole bunch of kids. In which case, we better get pretty desensitized pretty quick.
But we've a minute. We can tie our hands and revive her.
Hang on.
To be fair, I think I broke her
It's
neck.
gonna-
Going nowhere.
Yeah, this,
Once the creature that was died in the last minute, the creature returns to life at 1 hit point. I can't bring somebody back who's missing body parts.
so you can't bring someone back to what?
Missing body parts have died of old age.
Okay, yeah. She
Yeah.
certainly didn't die of old age.
Oh. It's going to use Jim's last 3rd level spell slot. But it'd take an action. We could get 5 questions. We could speak with dead and we could say, hey, are you brainwashed? Do you want to come back to life, or is your life a living hell? If you want to bring us back, if you want us to bring you back, say so. Just to have Adam at the ready.
I might be metagaming it, but I'm slightly concerned that we killed her too fast, and Phil is an asshole for doing things like that.
Yeah, she shot you in the arm.
Like even
Could be
even an
afraid.
evil child, it is a.
You don't know what unspeakable horrors have been happening to her down in those tunnels. Like, maybe, of course, she's going to lash out at when she sees a grown-up wandering around the tunnels with a fucking day-glow sword, long sword, swinging it around, going. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. She may not have even seen Star Wars.
You know?
So it's only coming out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came out early. I think it came out maybe summer in Ireland of '77. I don't think it was late '77.
Because I was gonna say, yeah, are we in the summer? Or are we in the?
You're in late. I think that flyer said September. I think the Miss Bubbles competition was December.
Oh yes.
So
yes,
Elvis
it
is dead. Elvis died in I think August, and I think Star Wars came out in June or July. So yeah, but she may not have seen it. She may not have been into sci-fi. Who knows? You could ask. That could be one of her 5 questions. What did you think of A New Hope?
What do you think of Star Wars?
Yeah,
Dead. You're staying dead.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's soul is ripped back from the great beyond back into just to be asked. You know, do you
R2D2 or C3PO?
do you like Jar Jar Binks? Who's
Well,
that?
Thankfully, she doesn't know anything about Jar Jar Binks.
Greatest
Yeah.
character of all time.
Okay, guys, your minute's running out. If you want to,
So look at what you
Yeah,
see. Your Jedi senses seem to be buzzing here.
Definitely. I feel slightly bad for doing this, so I think we should just revise, restrain, and that saves the third level spell.
Okay.
Yeah, even if she's evil, we can tie her up. You know.
I just grab her on her side. She's 14. Like, she's not going to be overpowering a grown man.
You've killed her once already, like
Exactly. Yeah.
You see, Eagle.
We can do it again.
Do it.
Okay, so is that what you're planning?
Yeah, so I'll restrain her, and then I'm going to do my Jedi mind trick thing. I'm going to touch her forehead and close my eyes and revive her.
Okay, and she jumps back, she flinches back, and says, "Oh, don't hurt me, don't hurt me, don't hurt me."
Again.
That was left. I left the again there hanging.
Boy, you might want to step back.
Yeah, I'll take a few steps back there, and I'd be like, "You saw how quick I can move." Right, so
It's okay. We won't hurt you again. Maybe.
Yeah. Are you? So she's crying. Are you working with her? Are you with your? I don't want. We're not going back. I'm not going back in there.
He just killed her.
It's okay. Tell us from the start what's going on.
We don't know. I don't know. It came down. I don't know what day is it.
What are you doing there?
So she's obviously quite upset.
Who are you?
My name is Janice Murphy. I live in 14 Seagate Drive, Clontarf.
Okay, Janice. What are you doing down here?
I don't know. It's lot. I've been trying to find my way out.
How long are
I
you?
How did you end up?
I don't know. I went to the disco and
Stand by the reaction.
I went to the disco to Miss. I was to enter Miss Bubbles competition, and I was going to leave, and I went I was getting my coat back from the cloakroom, and the woman said she couldn't find my coat. Would I come back into the cloakroom and see if I could see which one it is? And then the next thing I knew, I was something was put over my head, and I don't know. I was dragged out of the cloakroom into somewhere else, and it was really
Okay,
cold.
Janice. This is very, very important. Have you seen Star Wars?
Star Wars. Yeah, that's the thing with no.
No. Okay.
No, it's in the
Okay.
cinema. I don't like those type of movies.
Okay.
I went to see Great Expectations.
Okay.
Right, so I give her a
So
box.
I'm a Jedi. You don't know what that means.
No,
She doesn't know what a Jedi means.
No.
You have to
That's
educate
my
her about
big-
our Lord and Savior,
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah,
Fuck off. I thought
I'm gonna go rooting in my bag of my Bible on the Jedi's, and I'll
Yeah.
let you. I'll find this book, and that'll explain it. Just we've got a couple of prayers inside there.
She's backing away from you there. So she's cowering down. She doesn't
She's
want
just
you
been
around her.
kidnapped. Don't tell her you're a priest.
I
Yeah,
want to tell you about my Lord and Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. Jim is gonna try. God help us all. Jim is gonna step forward, clothes and his big Adam Moore beard.
Yeah.
And he's just like, no, I look scary, but look at how nice that old lady looked. And, you know, don't have
That's
to
an
worry about
argument.
her.
I like
Yeah,
your
you don't have to
accent.
worry about her.
You sound like you sound like Billy Connolly.
Yeah, you. Oh, you don't have to worry about her anymore. Yeah, he says you don't have to worry about anymore. She's gone. We've taken care of her. Got rid of her.
She comes back every night.
Not
And-
tonight.
No, she ain't coming
and-
back.
And she takes some
She ain't
of us
coming
away.
back. Don't worry. She's
She takes some
she's
of
dead.
us away, and then they don't come back. You have to
What?
help the others.
we've
What's in that door behind you?
What? What? There's no door behind me.
Behind Janice, is that a
No,
door?
that's it's an arrow slit.
No, to the whole left.
That's an arrow slit.
What did she shoot us with?
Yeah, they're arrow slits. Yeah.
What did she shoot us with? A crossbow.
Yeah.
Why did you shoot us with a crossbow, Janice?
Because that woman keeps on taking us away and doing awful things to the people, and I can hear the screams and.
Oh, where did you get it?
know
I
what she's
found it in her
Do you know
room.
where she keeps? Yeah.
So, do I know where she keeps?
Do you
what?
know where she's keeping the other kids?
Yeah, because that's where I escaped from. But I got a bit lost in the tunnel, and I was trying to find my way back to them, and then I got trapped in here because I found the crossbow. But then I also I saw that other girl, Janet, and she started shooting at me.
Yeah, she's. Don't worry about it. It's not Janet's fault. That nasty old woman is brainwashing people.
Yeah, and
Like, it's like I'm getting to punch another girl.
Yeah. Well,
We have to go-
we can. If you show us where the other kids are, we can get you out of here or tell you how to get out.
okay, they're behind the video games.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there's something we've got to find first in this part.
Lead her out, out through where we came in, maybe.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Like a pocket watch.
Oh, I thought you might be looking for the lava.
What lab?
So she
What?
points to the arrow slits, and you look through the arrow slits, and I'm just going to try and reveal a bit, and you can see into the room that they're protecting. Oh, shit, how do I do this now? Sorry. So I'm going to start from here. So I'm going to do it from the one where Jim is. So from the arrow slit there, you can sort of see bang. Give me a second while I draw this. You can see there is quite a big cavern, and in there you can see there is sort of all molten lava bubbling up from under the ground.
Mm.
And that's where we think the direction that it was in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Whacker, as you say that, you notice and you point out to the others. You can see in the middle of the lava, floating above the lava, is a sort of like a something holding, like a tray, like a bowl,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
this is the direction that Adam was. So yeah, there seems to be something suspended or hovering, floating across this above this lava.
Yeah.
All right, lads, we may have found the watch.
Do we need Janice to necessarily lead us to the other kids, or should we? Are we supposed to let her go home to her parents? Or are we bad people if we keep her down in the dungeon to show us the way?
Wait to the lab, you know, we can show her the way out as we pass it, and she can keep back there.
She says, I don't know how to get into that room. I can just see it through the slits, and Janet's over the other side there, up by the room where I found the crossbow.
Okay.
We should probably go subdue Janet anyway, because if we go in there, she's just going to be firing bolts in through the yoke. Is she?
Yeah, I think
We should let her.
you can knock someone out.
I mean,
But,
like,
yeah,
just
do, like-
get the crossbow off her, like.
Yeah, I think you can knock someone out with damage, but
straight away, like.
only do it with
She's just a
You have
lost.
to declare that you're knocking them out, and you can only do it with melee.
Let her out. Let her fuck off home. Like, let's.
Let her go. It's cruel bastards.
I'm not going to kill her. I just don't want her firing crossbow bolts at us, like.
Okay,
She's a lost teenager. Let her go.
we'll take the crossbow.
This girl wasn't nice when she fired
I'll
a
take
crossbow.
the crossbow.
Let's
One of us killed her. One of us brought her back to life.
let's remember what Whacker did to those kids with the little what you call it, with the guns,
Oh yeah, and he also killed. Remember, Whacker killed.
BB guns.
He killed Sharon before she got to invent the pen.
That was an accident.
Well, do we let
This was an
we let her
accident too.
I think we let her
Mine was an accident.
Yeah, she was the lady.
I didn't just let her go home.
You actually went raging first. So no, it wasn't an accident. You're right. You raged.
No, but look, we're all happy to reap the benefits of Tig's rage-induced, induced battle rage when it benefits us, But the one time he murders a child by crushing their skull, yeah. Let me do the talking, Tiger. With splitting hairs here, legalities. She's a minor.
Yeah, we should let her out through the office as we move on
Yeah.
through the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
And tell her, look, you
This-
know,
I-
you were here yesterday. Go and find your way out the door.
Are you gonna help? Are you gonna rescue my
Look,
friends?
it's
We are.
oh, we will.
Well, we're
Because
gonna
it's-
rescue your friends, don't worry.
It's meta gamey as well, but found the passageway behind the video games kind of by accident. So I presume we would have maybe got that info off Janice, and then that's
hadn't
how we
killed
would have
her.
found out to kind of go behind the
if you hadn't
Yeah.
killed her.
Yeah.
kill her. Yeah.
And brought her back from the dead.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is a power that some people would consider unnatural.
Yeah.
Who? Name names.
Like you. I didn't bring her back from the dead. I just healed her from a broken.
No. She was dead. She had a broken neck.
No. I just healed her. Bring her back from the dead. That couldn't have brought her back from the dead.
Yeah.
Only Jesus is that far.
Yeah. Jesus is dead.
And-
Ty killed him.
And this is. Yeah, so like. Adam is now sitting in the corner, very much considering how he's able to bring people back from the dead, and he's kind of gone into a little world of his own. So he's frantically freaking through his Jedi religion book.
Yeah.
So,
I see you're going towards the dark side there, Adam.
he's starting
I didn't see it, but apparently the third two ones I didn't watch it, but that has something to do with is there some kind of healing or bringing people brink of death. I don't know. Maybe he'll find answers in episode 9.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, look, what we'll do,
he's not too impressed with this
Adam,
now. He's kind of a
we can
bit.
figure it all out in a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's go get this work.
Come on, Walker's getting impatient.
Yeah.
Forward. So we're bringing her with us and just pointing the way out to her.
Yeah, the where the foiling cabinets were.
Yeah.
The home little girl.
Yeah, just be like,
But
Everyone's up here.
I'm
Yeah.
always out to bed.
and you're gonna help me find, and you're gonna help me get my friends out.
We have to do something first, then we look for your friends.
Yeah, but you don't know where they are.
We find them.
I think they're all dead. We went behind this passage behind the arcade machine, and we found a load of dead kids. If I was you, I'd get the fuck out of here.
She starts crying. She gets hysterical now with that.
Yeah,
Shouting
run.
and roaring. Yeah.
how happy she'll be when we hopefully
When she finds out they're not
bring
dead.
her friends back.
Yeah.
She'll think that Adam resurrected all of them as well.
Okay, I'm gonna cast command and just say,
Okay.
"Fuck off."
Okay. So you're telling her to get the fuck out of there, yeah?
Go home. Run quick while you can.
Okay. So she tears off. Okay. Okay. So Janice is gone.
Is this all darkness I hear? We can't see without Adam, is it?
Well, I can't. Torvi can.
can. Torvi can, but yeah, no. Unless I presume Ben has done his cantrip, dancing lights as usual.
What you call it? Yeah.
Dancing light, whatever the fuck you usually do. So yeah, okay. So where are you off to, guys?
For a bit of extra light.
Around, I suppose, is it? Go around this way.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
For the watch first, and then, or should we? Yeah.
To here.
Okay, as you move up to there, you can see wrong one. The tunnel continues, and there's another arrow slit there that sort of gives you a bit more into the room. So the tunnel continues up here as well. So yeah, you can see the tunnels continuing around.
Yeah, just keep following it around, I suppose.
There's more arrow slits. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the tunnel, as you go there, just 2 seconds there, tunnel continues on that way, but there's also a turning off to the right there.
Okay, so I'm going to stand here so we can kind of see what's up along there, is it?
Yeah, so there appears to be
Yeah.
a room in here. So if you stick your head into the room, you can see there is like the remains of a bed, but there's no mattress on it, and there's a table with some sort of food stuffs on it, and there's another table with weapons and that. Excuse me. There's a table with weapons and that. So table with weapons here, which is probably where Janice found the crossbow. There's a table with food on it, and there's some sort of a locker there,
Yeah.
or a box like.
I might just go up here to where this other opening is.
Okay, so yeah, there's another. Let me just get my fog tool back on. Yeah, there is another little passage there that you look up, and you can see it going that way.
Okay. I'm just going to bring us back around to that closet, I'm assuming.
I'm just gonna have a rummage in this rummage. Yeah. Jim's gonna rummage in that little box or whatever.
Just looking at those weapons.
Kind of thing.
Anything.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Right. So first of all, Ray, there's nothing. They're fairly okay. They're like a couple of scalpels, a couple of knives and bits and pieces. There's nothing of very good high quality. They're not better than your weapons anyway. Certainly.
Well,
not.
then, yeah.
Jim, the box is locked. That thing.
Okay, well, is it the thing that the weapons is sitting on is on a locked box?
No,
Is that
sorry. In the upper corner, I'll just get my little thing up. Up here, where Jim is, there's a locker there. That's just a table with weapons and hammers and like a crossbow, and then there's food stuff here. Just, I said there seems to be a bed there, but it doesn't look like to be used, and that's where your other thing is there. Sorry, it's not a box. I only zoomed in there. It's a bed. Underneath the bed is a box, a footlocker box, which is locked. So, and this bed does seem to be used a bit.
Where do you want to go? Do you want to keep going around the other side, or like around here, or?
I might see if there's something in the box. Ask Whacker, does he want to see if we can jimmy it open?
Okay.
Just in case there's something of any use in there.
Whacker's gone.
We try and like.
Whacker's making a cup of coffee.
No. I'm here. Sorry, go on.
They want you to try and open that locker box there. Will you do your dexterity and add your 5 for your lockpick tools, please?
$10. Oh, sorry, 15.
Yeah, it's not a very sophisticated lock. It clicks open. So the lock is unlocked. So Whacker goes off to make his cup of tea. His work here is done.
Thanks, right?
Sound.
Are you looking into the box?
Yeah, have a poke in. Anything
Yeah.
it looks like being of use to us.
Yeah. As it's just revealed on the screen there, a nice sword.
Oh, nice.
So you found a magical sword, which will need attunement, and but it'll have to do the whole overnight attunement. So it's one of the magical swords that you had at the very start of the adventure that Morrigan gave you. Bit like
It wasn't my
Becky's spear.
lightsaber one.
Sorry?
Jim's gonna hold it up to
It wasn't
Adam.
my lightsaber one, was it?
Yeah. I can't remember who had what. I'll tell you what sword it is there now. I'll have to
It wasn't like glowed or something like that. It was literally a lightsaber you gave.
yeah.
Was
I'll just
a
check
sword?
this-
Yeah, because I think he might have had lugs. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll tell you now. I'll
Well,
just
someone had Khaled Bulg, I think.
Yeah, I'll just go to my homebrew and tell you what it is. My homebrew collection.
Well, it's no good to Jim, so he's offering it up. Probably.
Yeah,
to,
it's Cannibal.
we told he's got a magic weapon. Probably Adam. Or to else.
Yeah, it is actually the one you had to look at. It's two-handed sword of Fergus MacRaich in Irish legend, said to make a circle like an arc of a rainbow when swung, and to have the power to cleave the tops from the hills. The owner does not have to be proficient in the use of this sword. You have a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon. If attuned, the sword does 3d8 +2 lightning damage and will cause critical hits on natural 18 and above.
Yeah, definitely lightsaber.
Feel like Jim has to hand it over
and
to
it has
get
the
down. He gets down on one knee and he does
Yeah. It has the property
offers the
called,
sword up to.
It has the property called Any Old Celt, which means that you don't have to be proficient in its use.
Cool. I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna practice it and I'm just gonna wave it around going wow. Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, Jim is like offering it to Adam like very reverently, and then he's like, it's like, well, well deserved for a real Jedi Knight. If you paint that thing with neon paint, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And there'll be nobody to bring you back from the dead.
Anakin's weapon. Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Sometimes the homebrew can be a bit fucking awkward to add. I'm gonna try and add that to you there now, but it's not attuned to you, so you won't be able to. You'll only work as a normal longsword at the moment. Add items. Sorry. Don't have to be proficient. There it is. Excellent. Okay. Right, that should appear on your character sheet, hopefully. I obviously have to refresh.
Let's try that there.
Under inventory. Yes, it's there as longsword. Oh, sorry, 2d8 plus 2, not 3d8 plus 2. Martial versatile.
Yeah.
Uh,
Very good.
Yeah. Okay, so that's yours there, but you'll have to attune it overnight. Usual carry on. Yeah, 2d8 plus 2. Yeah, sorry, if attuned it does 3d8 plus 2. I obviously have it down wrong in the other bit there, in the narrative text.
What's the difference? One is 1 die 8 plus 3, and one is 1 die 10 plus 3.
Yeah, that's if it's not attuned.
Okay, so and then it's attuned. It's 2d8.
So, and yeah, it stays attuned forever. Yeah, and it's
Okay.
lightning. It says time. See, when you're doing the homebrew, you can't delete the weapon stats that it's based on.
Based
So it's
weapon,
based
yeah.
on a long sword. So that's why it says 1d8 plus 3 slashing. So and I've got a 2d8 plus 2 lightning against it. So when you do roll it, it won't let you roll the fucking magical. It's a bit messy, but look, you'll get it's 2d8 plus 2. I think Becky's one is 2d8 plus 1, but she has to have a charge. So yours, it's only melee, but it works every time. Like so.
Oh, Phil, I meant to ask you what I don't really know what the crack would be, but because Jim has the thing, magic weapon, to make a mundane weapon, because Jim and even because Whacker kind of has a bit of magic if we need something that doesn't get or takes half damage or whatever.
Yeah.
Would, because he makes that, it's not really a weapon, because would Jim be able to try and touch one of Tig's hands or something, hold his hand, or would he be able to enchant Tig's? I'm just wondering, just if Tig is,
it's not. I know what you're saying. That
a weapon, yeah.
Yeah, look, I'll tell you what.
Unarmed.
I won't make a call on it. Let me have a look at it, and we'll come back to it for next week, okay? And I'll let you know.
I'm honestly about 90% sure that he can't do that.
Yeah, I don't think
because
so. I think it's a means of
unarmed.
There's still.
I think unarmed strikes are. Yeah, they count as melee weapon attacks.
Yeah, but
they aren't melee weapons because I think it's come up before.
Yeah, because
if I try to get.
Nah,
Tig
I will
magic.
look it up, and if it is the norm that you can, then you can have it next week. But for now, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that seems fair. Just I thought of it there, and I was like, I'll forget if I don't.
I wouldn't say so because it doesn't. Make sense.
I just.
Okay, Whacker's munching away at the bit of dried meat on the table there as you are wandering around the place. So yeah.
Do you want to go back down this way? I'm just wondering, do we have to go somewhere else to actually get into where that watch is? Because I don't see any.
Yeah, but we'll try.
Okay.
We'll try
Adam, stop.
It's probably
Not your granddad. As Adam turns that corner there, a fucking bow and arrow fucking thingy McTing flies out at Adam and does plus 20. Oh, you're lucky! And nearly landed at 21. Just he recognized the sound this time, and he just ducked in time. And as he ducked, a bolt from a crossbow just shot past his head and nearly pinged off Tig. So we're back in combat. So I'll just reveal the area. We'll keep the same initiative because I'd actually rolled for her as well. I'd rolled for all the characters that I had down here. So there is another young one. And I'll just reveal her. So there is another young one there. And Tig, you were up last. So next up is actually Adam. So you're actually up. It's your...
Give it up.
Okay, so what am I looking at here? So I'm looking
a young
at Janet,
another young girl who's just fired. Whereas the other girl, Janice, let a shriek out as Tig ran at her before he. Your one is just standing there, and she's just casually, as she missed, just reloading the crossbow. So she's put it down on her foot. She's redoing it, bringing the thing back up, and quite casually picking it up, and she's taken a bead on you again. You can run away.
Okay.
You can run back around the corner if you want.
We could just do that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to reach out my hand and hold person.
Okay. What's my do I have a wisdom save on that or
Yeah, wisdom save. I'm proficiency +3. What's my proficiency at the moment? It's +3,
you're
is it?
3, you're +3, so you're
Yeah.
8 + 3, so I'm plus
6,
Yeah.
14, is it?
It's
So
3 plus mod.
Okay, 14. Let me and just check.
3 as well. It says it on D&D Beyond actually above the spells.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't actually have D&T Beyond.
Yeah.
Sorry, I must move.
Wisdom 14. So 14
Yeah.
wisdom save for her.
Sorry, I've got all my tabs mixed up. Right, so she has nothing to add to this. So this is what you see. Yeah, she saves.
No.
Yeah, good roll.
So I'm just gonna nick out of the way. So
So you're back around the corner.
Yeah.
Might be sensible. Okay, try back over here. Yeah, sorry, my combat tracker tab moved. I got it back there now from one window to another. Okay, so that was Adam's go. Adam's gone back around the corner. Whacker, you're up. Whacker.
Can I shout around the corner? We're not here to hold you. We're here to get you out. Just to get a reaction from her. Is she another lost kid, or are we fighting this one? I want to shout to her.
And are you doing anything else?
No, I'm staying, in and around the corner, out of her sight.
Right. Is she okay, she doesn't answer you. Torvi. It's Torvi's go there.
Okay, well look, she's an enemy now, so Torby is gonna step in.
Oh, I love the way you do that. Whacker doesn't kill the kid, but gets Torvi to.
Plausible deniability.
Yeah.
Torby's gonna step into the into the corridor, and
What are you
he's
gonna
going for a short bow at the
just a regular short bow. Okay.
regular short bow.
So that is 16 is I think good enough. Yeah. So that goes through.
And then there's the damage.
So Torvi lets fly with the short bow and goes clean through gut of Janet, and Janet doesn't so much as make an utterance of anything, even though it's cleanly gone through her.
Okay, does Torby get a second attack? Or
She does actually. Yeah, you're right.
Could you use that every turn or just once?
No, that's her thing. She gets 2 attacks.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
Same again. Okay, yeah. Roll your damage. Or sorry, not your damage. Roll your to hit. Okay, so this second one, whilst Janet mightn't seem to be too upset about the arrow going through her, Torvi was a bit shaken that the arrow went through this poor child, and her second shot just flew wild.
Okay, and then Torby's going to step back into, out of the line of fire.
Yeah. Okay, Jim, your turn to try and kill the child.
Jim is going to go for a tried and true method.
Whacker's killed the child, Tiger's killed the kid. So, yeah, it's...
Join the club.
yeah.
That's plan B. Plan A. No, plan A is, he's going to cast a spell and, Jim, then Carrie, and he's going to disguise self as Carrie again.
Okay. Right.
And steps at 5, 10, 15, and steps out and is like, "What are you doing, child?
And
drop that weapon!"
So Janet
shooting at our allies.
Janet lowers the weapon and said, You said to attack any intruders. And they are intruders.
They are not intruders when they are with me.
But they weren't with you until
Drop
just
it.
now. So she lowers down the.
Yes, because I was following along behind them.
You also said never to leave your weapon
The
down.
file. Wily old bitch thought of everything.
Yeah. Standard procedure. You're not going to give your weapon away. Jesus Christ. There'll be war. To be happy. Okay,
Yeah.
she's signed for it.
I mean, they're very well drilled, brainwashed children.
Yeah.
I mean, enchanted children. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
They've got great discipline.
Yeah.
That's just all. He's just essentially just trying to. He's, 5'10". He went 5'10", 15. 25, 30. He's just gonna kind of go the distance, I suppose. And yeah,
it's Janet's turn. So Janet is going to.
Yeah.
I'm just going to see. Does Janet? I'll draw it over. I'm going to do. Janet's going to see. Does she trust you or not?
Give it, yeah.
Yeah, Janet trusts you. So she lowers down the cross or the arrow.
Mm.
And we're temporarily suspended combat. So until you do something that's going to make it look. So yeah, Janet's bought your story.
Yeah, no, he's gonna say we're going to the watch. We're going to the lava room.
You told me not to leave here. Oh, you're going, are you? Why are you giving...
Watch, you guard fine.
Why do you keep giving me conflicting information?
I'm testing you, my dear. You have passed. You have maintained your discipline.
That's the way to slap and say,
you should
to your lord.
be commended. Yes, you'll have an extra ration of meat.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, so you guard our retreat.
Yes.
That's a good...
So she goes... Janet goes over to the slit. There.
Yeah. He's going to suggest that, like, when we kind of get, if she's kind of facing the other way, if somebody wants to try and, knock her out or tie her up or something, just so she's not, like, yeah.
Will we stay up here? Like, she's obviously not gonna be. She's gonna be very wary of us. Like,
no, but I mean,
if
like, because you're not. Oh, I see. There is it. I thought there was more.
No entrance over around here.
I thought there might be more going around this way. Yeah, I see what you mean.
I'm assuming there's something over there by the other tunnels to get in there.
These are. It's like two galleries you have for protection of the central area.
Yeah.
Of the room. Well, then we should probably subdued. We should probably deal with her so she's not firing crossbow bolts if she, just in case she thinks better of it and she starts shooting at us when we're in the room.
I do, but the last time I got given out to.
Yeah, it's actually speaking of which, it's Janet is doing nothing. It's actually your go, Tyke.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go the full distance up to her. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm just gonna poke her in the head.
Kill her, or are you trying to knock her out?
I don't know, to be honest.
Well, let's see.
You can, as far as I know, you can.
You know what?
Yeah, but only
You know what? I'm
only
just
with a
gonna- I'm gonna
melee
grapple her.
attack.
I'm gonna grapple
And
her
knock
we
him
can
out
try
with a
to stab her.
spell or a
Oh no, that's what I
crossbow
mean.
or
But like
anything.
he can do that like from.
Yeah, look, it's yeah, I'll hit her to knock her out.
Yeah, I
So
think so.
Okay, so we'll just roll your hit there. Oh, your fucking thing.
that's
Okay, so
19.
yeah, you
Does-
connect, but you don't follow through like you did the last time. So you just and
Yeah.
she just looks at you and just
Does
eyes
someone
roll into her
have
head.
mage hand?
Sorry.
What?
Does someone have mage hand?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Can we try pulling the watch to us?
Can that do objects as well? Yeah,
Oh,
move
yeah,
objects.
yeah. You can, yeah.
So can we try picking up the watch and bringing it through one of the slits?
Okay, they are arrow slits, so. Okay, yeah. It could go sideways. Yeah, it could go sideways. Probably fits through
Yeah,
sideways.
like it's.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because the slit is probably about half an inch to an inch. Yeah, so it could go through sideways. So if you want to.
Move to here. Is that the closest arrow slit that we see, at least from here?
Yeah, the one where Jim is. Yeah,
Distance is that?
10,
Yeah.
15.
and that is about. I'll
54,
tell
is
you
it?
now. It's
35 foot?
It's 35 feet.
Mage hand is 30 feet.
So you're just outside of the range of it. It's as if it was placed.
Well, look, where have we not tried to get into this?
Okay, so I'm just gonna review. You can see, looking through the slits now, you can see all of this room.
Can we see the entrance into the room?
Yeah, I'm just going to clear up a bit there because there might be a bit of confusion on what you can see there now. That should be a bit better. That's what you can see. Yeah, there's nothing that you...
There's no obvious
Yeah.
way in or out of the room that I can.
Them two oaks in the middle, like
I don't
dwarves.
know.
Like
They're sort of drawn on the
It
ground.
could be,
They're glowing, they're sort of lava.
unless it's coming either this. Yeah, either this one, like this. Because it goes a bit close, but I don't think that's a passage. So this is the only other in. So loop that. So that, I mean, that could be looping around
Yeah.
this way. Yeah.
Actually, we haven't checked
Yeah.
the little tunnel off here as well. That other room.
I'd say we presumably just have to kind of loop.
Yeah.
Yeah. May as well finish. Yeah, finish kind of
Searching.
Yeah.
area, and then if not, I'd say it's probably the arcade cabinets. Yeah.
So, which way do you want to go?
So it's
I mean, I suppose we look at the. Well, we'll clear the rest of this place first, as Tiger was saying. Look, see what's up. Yeah, see what's up north. You know, up beyond the room we found the sword, and then once we've cleared that out, we'll
Is there-
kind of go back behind the arcade cabinets.
Is there?
Well, they also just left.
Sorry,
Yeah,
is
they
there-
kind of left a magic sword lying out in the open, so they can't be kind of ready for an ambush.
yeah.
Would have done it before they let us get the magic sword.
Yeah,
And we can't see anybody in the lava room behind those slits. Obviously, we can't get over it. And then
The only two people you have seen so far are Janice and Janet.
Yeah.
It did look like that little
yeah.
guard room, that room where the food and stuff was, there was somebody sleeping there. And obviously that's where the weapons were kept.
Yeah. So probably Janet's been in there. Presumably, or one of the other,
Yeah.
kids if they're
Yeah.
taking shifts.
Is there a tunnel just
Yeah,
up
I mean,
from Adam?
No, that's the dead end.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And in front of Whacker there, that's a dead end as well. Is that
Correct,
just rock?
yeah, that's just rock. Yeah, it's just the edge of the
Well, then it's back through the little the
Arcade room.
mess room, probably. Yeah, up there.
Yeah.
I'd say it's either. I'd say we'll search the rest of this. I have a feeling we're going to have to loop around from the cabinets, but
Yeah, it's most
I'd
likely
say search here
through here.
regardless because there might be more stuff.
Hey,
So what's
We actually
the
squeezed
plan,
through that
guys?
Can we actually squeeze through that gap, Adam?
We're searching
oh yeah,
the
you
rest
can,
of
yeah,
this
yeah.
area.
Sorry, yeah, Mikey, yeah, that's a gap. That's just it's a bit tight, but yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
We're
We're kind of doing a sweep of the rest of that area and then see what's.
Can I just say this for now? Like, Jonathan Conscious, can I just have taken the crossbow off her and just took it away from her, left her there?
Okay.
oh, there he is.
So yeah.
Yeah, and is there any weapons in here
Well,
that
actually,
you can still use?
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, is the lock on the foot locker kind of underneath that we found the sword in? Is the lock still intact? It was just
Whacker
picked.
picked
It wasn't broken. or
Whacker
anything. So
picked
could
it,
we
yeah.
gather the rest of the weapons up,
You certainly can.
try and put the weapons into the chest, and lock it up so she can't
Yeah. So you get them in.
quite literally stab us in the back?
Yeah. There's a hammer or two. Nothing that like can't really go in. But yeah, you got all the weapons go in. Yeah.
Nope.
And Whacker locks the lock.
Sweet.
Okay.
I'm
that's
just gonna
taken care of.
squeeze. I'm just gonna squeeze up here, so
Okay.
through here.
Yeah.
So, Tig, as you're... Oh, I'll just reveal that there for you now. As you're going up there, and in the universe, there's a fucking call... There's a reaction to everything, isn't there? So, as you're... you can see the tunnel continues on. And someone said it earlier that, I think it was actually even you, Mikey, that you think that loops back to the janitor's cupboard, and it does. But as you're looking at it, I presume you're going to have a look there. You hear the voice coming down the stairs of a teenage girl. And she's going, they're down, there is down here, they are down here. There's loads of people being held captive prisoner, and we're made, and they're not. And you can hear a voice that sounds like Janice that you killed earlier. And she's talking to someone coming down the stairs.
Okay. And can I hear who she's talking to, or they talk back? Or
You can hear sort of adult voices, and they're from the country. They're going, "No, miss, if you're messing us around here now, you will have to deal with the full consequences of the Gardaí Shikaloni." Shouldn't have fucking told the child to run fucking home. So
should let me kill her.
okay. This guy that's just dropped onto the map is looking fairly tooled up, okay, but it's just a regular fucking 70s guard, right? He isn't kind of fucking pump action shotgun, it's just to have a token. There.
Yeah.
Right.
So, oh shit.
Space Marine from Alien.
I know, yeah. Look, it's a fucking short notice. None of this was planned. I didn't expect you to send the girl home. I can't just fucking produce fucking 1970s cards. Maybe in this timeline they do, yeah. So, and
game over, man.
Yeah, he said, "God, Paddy Joe, I'll have a look down here on my own. You keep an eye on the door." So, I'll be on the walkie-talkie if you need me. So, now, fuck yous anyway. That's what you get for fucking not doing what the girl wanted you to do. Fight, rescue our friends. She's gone off and got some help.
Yeah, but the guards rescued him now.
Yeah, but we've done nothing wrong here. The girl say we helped her, better out.
I
No.
kind of got some
And
blood
just
in my
trying to leg it for the arcade cabinets.
Yeah. We is yeah. Some of yous may not have.
Like, to be fair now, I killed her,
Yeah.
and they're going to find another girl with an arrow in her stomach. Like,
Yeah.
Do you remember being beaten to death?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's be
Yeah.
honest, it's a teenage disco. The guard expecting to find some fucking fucked up shit in here. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. You've seen worse.
do we want to go back around and like go through here before
no,
he gets there?
So she's gone. I was.
let them go through. I think
I was in the cloakroom. She took me into. So you can hear her recanting the story that she told you there a few minutes ago through the doors, because this door was open. You presumably didn't close it. So she's talking to the guard in there, and you can't hear them anymore.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they gone into the tunnels then.
And you can
We-
hear.
we got to go back.
You can hear the walkie-talkie of Paddy Joe coming in. Paddy Joe, do you hear me there? Do you hear me, Paddy Joe? And he goes, yeah. Go on, Seamus, what's the story? He goes, holy shit, there's tunnels down here. And he goes, well, I guess, do you want to back up? And he goes, back up, sure, are you watching Starsky and Hutch again? No, we don't need any backup. Go on, fuck, I'll be grand.
Will we follow them?
Yeah, we follow it.
Yeah.
Because we can overpower this guard. We don't have to kill him. Like, there's a gang of us.
We can let him get killed. We can let him get killed by whatever is there first.
No, but he's not looking for us, and the girl knows
No.
we didn't kidnap her, you know, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, let's follow him.
You don't even have to threaten him with magic. Torvy's got a shotgun.
Yeah.
Like, if we get the drop on him and pull the shotgun, you know what I mean? Rack it once or twice for effect.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, I guess we follow on behind.
So we moved in
I think we
into the
so
cloakroom.
we can come out here.
Okay, so when you get into the cloakroom...
We're sneaking.
Sorry?
We're sneaking.
Okay, well, you can just tell me where you're going to sneak. I presume you're sneaking, yeah. What you
would
do
think so,
notice
yeah.
in the cloakroom, so if you go back to the cloakroom, Whacker, where you were, because I'll tell you what you would have seen. You would have noticed that, unlike the last time you looked in, this rack of cloaks here has been pulled back by the girl, or the carriage, or someone. So that has swung open, so it's yet another door. So you can see, and you can just see, if you're sneaking, as Adam's looking over the counter there, he can actually see the girl and Seamus the guard. And they're about the same position that you got to the last time before you decided to turn back.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, we follow them from a distance, kind of sneaking.
So they go, the guard vanishes around the corner to say here, and as he does so, you hear, holy fuck! And you hear a screech and you hear it squeal like a 14-year-old girl, but it's not coming from Janice. And you, he goes, there's a groan and whatever. And the next thing you hear is, you can hear from the stairs Paddy Joe's walkie-talkie keying up. And it's going, and then there's nothing.
Right, I'm gonna move into the tunnel.
Sure to follow.
Yeah. Is this the direction that they disappeared when we last got?
That's 2 seconds. I'll unfog there a bit more because I'm not sure if you're, because it's hard to see what you can see and I can see. Yeah. Okay. So there is a path. Oh shit! Yeah. There is the tunnel sort of. They went around the corner there where Tig is going. Yeah.
Right.
Well, no,
So,
Janice didn't go around there. Janice goes, "Oh, you're back."
Yeah, is Janice still there?
Janice
Yeah.
is still there going, "Oh, he must have met Carol." Okay, Whacker, from where you are, Whacker lets out a screech like a 14-year-old girl. and he sees lying on the ground in front of him. He sees the body of the guard who's bleeding out, looks like he's had his throat ripped off, and sorry. Yeah, his throat has been ripped out, and you don't know, you can't see what it is, but we're going to continue on with the combat tracker as is. And you hear something slithering, and you look up, and your eyes light onto this thing. And you find Carol.
Oh,
nice.
Carol, the carrion crawler. So that's what you can see. And Tig was last to go. So actually, it is Adam. You're up. It's your go. Time for bless.
I'm all right, but before we get into the combat, it is 10 there in case.
Oh yeah.
Ray, do you have to head off?
Yeah, it's Mikey actually.
Head off. Yeah, I have to head off.
Okay, so guys, what we can do there, it's a good place to pause it before we get into
it.
Yeah, so have a think about it.
Do it next time on.
Yeah, on Perving in the Tea and Disco. So
cue Starsky and Hutch credits music.
yeah, and we need a car driving through some cardboard boxes at speed. But yeah, guys, hopefully that's okay. I'll just stop the feed there. So anybody for our 15 viewers, thanks very much. Tune in, see what other things we managed to, other people we managed to offend. So thanks very much for watching.